So, hi everyone, welcome to C1 week 13. Remember, we have class every Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning and also at 7 o'clock. These classes are recorded and I will upload them to the course so that you can review them. You will be able to see them. It will be available from this evening. We're going to review the future today, and we're going to be speaking about everything related to travel. We will talk about traveling, talk about different places, and we're also going to talk about transportation. So, what do we use the future for? The uses of the future, and why do we use it? There are many reasons to use future tenses, but some of them are high frequency, they are common, they are prevalent, but some of them are low frequency. We don't use them a lot. So let's look at why we use the future. We use the future for plans and intentions. These are things that you want to do, things that you would like to do, things that you are eager to do. So I would say, I am going to visit my brother in Japan this summer. I do not know when it's going to happen. I have not organized it, but I want to do it. I am going to. We'll use this as the most common tense. We also have arrangements, fixed plans. For example, I am driving to Valencia tomorrow. Now, it is arranged. I know I am going to Valencia tomorrow. 100% I am going. So I use it as a fixed plan, the present continuous for the future. I am meeting my friend at 9 o'clock to go to a concert. It is fixed, it is arranged, I know it's going to happen. Now, next one. We use the future also to explain what will be in progress in the future. For example, I will be driving to Madrid tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It will be in progress. Next one, we explain what will be finished in the future. I will have arrived in Valencia by 11 o'clock tomorrow. Will have arrived. Okay? Because it will be completed at a specific time. We can also use the future to talk about predictions. Now, let's see if anybody knows the difference between this. What's the difference if I say, it will rain tomorrow, it is going to rain tomorrow? Do any of you know?
The first is a prediction that you are doing, and the second one you are sure it's going to rain.
Okay, exactly. You're talking about the degree of certainty. It will rain tomorrow. I don't know. I think it will rain. I have no idea, but I think it will rain. It is going to rain tomorrow. I have seen the news. I have seen the weather forecast. La predicción del tiempo. It says it is going to rain. I know it's going to rain. It is going to rain. Now, we also have sudden decisions. If something is a decision in a specific moment, we use will. Imagine you go to a cafe. You don't know what you want to drink. When you arrive, they ask you, what would you like to drink? You say, I will have a coffee. It's because you make the decision in that moment. It is an instantaneous, sudden decision. Okay? Now, offers and promises. When you offer something or you promise to do something, we use will. I will help you with your English. I promise. I will lend you 100 euros. I promise. We also use it for requests. Will you lend me 100 euros, please? Will. Notice we do not use will for plans. It's not correct to say, I will go to Valencia tomorrow. If what? We only use will as part of the first conditional problem. So, what should you be doing? To improve your grammar, you need to remember that the future has high frequency tenses and low frequency tenses. High frequency tenses are going to. I am going to spend time with my family this weekend. Present simple for the future, for public transport, for example. My train leaves tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Present continuous for the future. I am meeting my friends on Sunday. First conditional. I will go shopping if I have enough money. Or if I go on holiday, I will visit Basque Country. And we also have will for offers, requests, predictions, and sudden decisions. Other things we have, low frequency tenses. These are things you don't use a lot. Con entenderlo más o menos lo tienes bien. Okay, vamos, lo utilizamos de vez en cuando. We only use them from time to time. So, the future continuous. I will be doing an exam at 10 o'clock on Monday. It will be in progress at that time. We normally use it to say something very specific. For example, Marcela, you say, Marc, do you want to go for a coffee at 10 o'clock on Monday? No, I can't. I will be doing an exam at 10 o'clock. Okay? We use the future perfect for something that will have completed at a specific time in the future. We can have a coffee at 11:30, Adela, because I will have finished the exam by 11 o'clock. Okay? What I'm trying to explain is, you should see grammar as a speaking and a vocabulary review. Grammar exercises are not really useful, but what you should do is do grammar and say everything out loud. If you say the phrases out loud, then you are speaking. And this is good practice because you activate your verbal memory, and in this way you can remember how to use the grammar better. Always say the phrases that you do with grammar exercises out loud. Everything out loud, okay? Now, we're going to practice some speaking, looking at future tenses. So, Silvia, you're going to begin. Which means of transport will be the most prevalent in the future? So which means of transport do you think will be the most popular in the future and why?
I think that the most prevalent means of transport will be the electric cars and the bicycles.
Why? Always explain why. Reasons.
Because they are green. I don't know if I can say green means of transport. They don't emit bad things to our world. So I think people and the state and the government to launch laws to improve people to.
Yeah, you're talking about the environment and sustainability.
Yeah.
So
yes.
We're talking about things that are good for the environment.
Yes, that's the reason that I think these means of transport are going to be the most prevalent means of transport.
I think it definitely depends on what type of travel we are talking about. If it is a short distance, then yeah, I agree. I definitely think that bicycles will be popular. However, I believe longer distances, electric vehicles will probably be the future, yeah. But I really don't know. I am no expert. Okay, thank you, Sylvia, for your answer. Marcela, please. How will we get around our cities in 50 years' time?
I think the same as Silvia, that we will use electric cars and all kind of transport like this
Mhm. Yeah, and
because of the because
environment.
we have to, yes, we have to take care of the environment, and it is cleaner than petrol and
Yeah. One thing
gas
I'm not sure
stations.
about though is in 50 years' time, I think the population is going to increase a lot. Therefore, we can't all drive electric cars. There will be too many cars. So I actually think public transport will be more popular. I think it will be better, more efficient. What do you think?
Yes, I think so. But this transport would be electric too.
Yeah, no, it will be.
Public transport.
Yeah, definitely. But I just think private transportation will not be as popular. I just think it will be very expensive. And, you know, we have already seen in Madrid that they charge you money to enter into certain parts of the city. And I think this is going to happen more often. Okay, now a difficult question for you, Sam. Are driverless vehicles a far-fetched idea? Do you remember the meaning of far-fetched?
Yes, like a crazy idea.
Yeah, an unrealistic idea,
Realistic,
an
yes.
unlikely concept.
Okay, I don't think so. In my opinion, driverless vehicles nowadays are working. It's true that only in a very controlled environments, but it's a thing that is working now. So it's going to cost a lot of work and a lot of years of improvements. But I think that the driverless vehicles are going to be the usual in a few years.
Yeah, me too. Especially things like
rare,
taxis.
yes, the rare things are going to see the vehicles to drive a vehicle. It's going to be the rare thing because
Yeah. You see,
maybe
I definitely agree. Yeah.
because in my opinion, driverless vehicles are going to have less accidents that no.
Fewer accidents. Yeah, because an accident is countable. One accident, two accidents, three accidents, fewer accidents. Yeah, I think they will be more reliable than people driving. Yeah, but of course the technology is in development at the moment, so it still will take some time until this happens. Okay, thank you. Now, Marcella, it's your turn. Have you ever heard of the Hyperloop? Do you know what the Hyperloop is?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay, the Hyperloop is a new type of train, basically. It is a train that is in a tube, that is in a vacuum, and it can travel at a really fast speed.
Yes, I read
developing the technology, yeah.
I read something about it. I don't know if Elon Musk was working on that.
Maybe, I'm not sure. So, the Hyperloop. Do you think the Hyperloop will be commonplace? Meaning, do you think it will be something we use frequently?
Yes, it could be possible because they are working on that and then are trying to make it true. But I cannot assure that they could do for everybody.
It's difficult to say, isn't it? Because I don't know if it's going to be safe. I don't know if it's going to be effective. I really don't know. But would you like to travel on something like the Hyperloop?
No, you can try first than me.
Yeah. Okay, no, but it is interesting. I would like to try it, yeah, but it's scary. I won't be the first person to try it.
No, me too.
Okay, thank you. And Sylvia, do you think the Hyperloop will be affordable? So will the Hyperloop be affordable? You'll be able to pay for it.
Well, I'm not sure but I suppose that it won't be affordable because it seems that it's a very expensive project and a very different technology. So my point of view is that at the beginning, maybe it will be very expensive, but maybe if the time is passing and it became a very good means of transport, maybe it could be affordable in some future.
Yeah, I think it
But
depends on many factors. I think it depends how much they need to invest into its development. You know, if it costs a lot of money, it will be more expensive. Also, I think it depends how many people use it. If many people use it, then I think it will probably be affordable because, you know, they will earn enough money out of it. You know, I really don't know. I really don't know. But it is an
yes,
interesting concept.
maybe something like the
Yeah.
Ave.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like that.
Very similar. So yes,
Now,
I
Sandy,
agree with you.
we have one with a phrasal verb, which is to run out of, to have no more remaining, to have none.
Yes, I know it.
Oh, you know what it is. Well, fantastic. So, Sandy, do you think, will we have run out of petrol in 50 years' time? So, do you think all petrol reserves will be done in 50 years' time?
No, I think that we will run out of petrol, but maybe 100 years, not 50.
Okay.
But maybe in 50 years, the petrol will be
It's very expensive.
usual. Most of the petrol uses will be electric, and maybe the petrol is going to be limited.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
it's going to be very expensive in the future. I think in
Yes.
50 years' time, there will be petrol, but it will be very expensive. And it won't be for everybody to use. You know, we won't have enough reserves here. Because with its scarcity, obviously the price will rise. We're starting to see this already. Yeah. So yeah, it is scary. Okay, so we've been looking at the future. We've been making some predictions about the future. Fantastic. What we're actually going to do is move on to our vocabulary exercise. In this, what we're going to do is look at phrasal verbs related to travel. I'm going to give you 4 or 5 minutes. I would like you please to work together, Silvia, Marcela, Santi, to think of which prepositions are missing from these questions. They all use phrasal verbs. Which prepositions are missing? I would like you please to review, and I would like you please to think of which preposition is missing. Then we are going to discuss together, okay? So, can we please review? 5 minutes. Work together, please. Discuss together. Work together.
Okay.
Yeah. Alone, no. Do it together.
No, the first one, I don't know. How often do you see people?
Me
Mm.
too. I don't know.
I don't know. No, me neither.
The
Because for
second
me,
is, I think, is out.
see, check out of the hotel. And the third
And
check-in. No, check.
yes,
Well,
I put that. Or do you enjoy checking out?
well, checking for. I don't know.
Why? When was the last time you dropped someone? I don't know.
Off
Yes, I think so.
at the airport.
Drop off.
Drop
Safe.
off to
Ha-
leave somebody in a place.
Sí, drop off.
Safe. How do you usually get
It's around,
out,
I think.
around?
Yes.
Seven. Do you normally get late from
Get
work?
get in late. Okay. Get in, I think.
Has to be a preposition.
How often do you generally go? I don't know. How often?
I don't know.
I don't know.
9. Have you ever been held
Help,
at the
help up,
airport?
maybe. Mm,
10. What is the best way to hurry when you commute to work?
what is commute?
It is to travel to work. Yeah.
When you what? Sorry?
Travel to work. For example,
Okay.
you work in
Mhm.
Madrid, but you live in Albacete, you travel by train every day to work.
Okay.
Up? Hurry up.
Hurry up is like
Yeah.
do a thing like very quickly, no?
I don't know. Do you like looking new cities?
Looking for is buscar,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
Looking
12. Are you looking to going on a holiday next summer?
looking forward.
Hmm. Your kids up.
Yeah, it's up from school. Yeah.
13. Now. Do you ever pick your kids up from school?
Yes.
14. Do you tend to set early when you go on a trip?
No idea.
15. Do you like taking
On
Taking off.
when
No,
taking off? Is when the
yeah,
plane.
maybe taking off.
Yes. Start to fly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
That's all, Mark.
Okay, fantastic. Well, let's start looking at our phrasal verbs. What we're going to do is look at the answers. So, here we are. We have our phrasal verbs and we have the answers. So let's review the questions and we're going to discuss together, please. So, Sandy, how often do you see people off at the train station? What is to see off? It
I
means
don't know.
you take them to the train station and you say goodbye at the train station.
Okay. Set off.
For example, when my mother comes to visit me, I do not say goodbye sitting on my sofa. I take her to the train station and I say goodbye to her. I see her off at the train station.
So
Yeah, tell me something.
okay, sorry.
Hey, what? So set off is despedir.
To see off. Yeah, despedir a alguien, pero les
Eso
llevas a
sí,
un sitio
sí,
para decirles adiós. Les lleves al aeropuerto o a la
Ok.
estación de trenes para decir adiós. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Okay.
How often do you see people sing off? No, not really. I go a lot to the train station when I have to travel to Albacete, but I don't usually see people off because with the measures of security, you can't do that.
Yeah, well, no, but you can say goodbye before you get to the security.
No, but it isn't usual.
No.
I remember when I was a child, you can see off the people when the train was starting to go, but nowadays is in the door of the train station.
Yeah, nobody is there. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Okay, next one, please, Marcela. Do you usually check in early or at the last minute when you are going to catch a flight?
Very early because as I live at 70 kilometers from the airport in Madrid, so I live with time and I usually get the airport on time. So I do it early, as soon as early I can.
Yeah, exactly. Because if not, you will be late and you might miss the flight. Exactly. Okay, let's look at question number
Yes.
4, please, Sylvia. Do you enjoy checking out sites when you go on holiday? Because check out can be to leave a hotel, check out of a hotel, but check out sites is to have a look at sites, like sitios de interés. So,
Mhm.
do you enjoy checking out sites when you go on holiday?
Yes, I enjoy it because I think it's the most it's one of the thing that I like the most when I go on holiday to see new places, to see new sites. So yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it is a good idea to check out new things when you go on holiday and not only go to bars and discos, because, of course, you need to see a bit of everything. That's the reason we travel. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Now, Marcella, how do you usually
Yes.
get around your city?
I usually go by walking because my town is very small, but when I go to Madrid, I go by bus and then I take the underground.
Yeah. We use underground in English. You can say metro. We understand metro, but we usually use the underground.
And subway.
Yeah,
in
subway
English.
is American English, but yes, you can use subway. It's fine. Thank you, Marcela. Now, Santi, are you looking forward to going on holiday next summer?
Yes, we are looking forward where we can go these holidays this summer, and we were choosing about going to Ireland or going to Calpe, and we choose Calpe.
Yeah, so you were choosing between
Between.
going to Ireland and going to Calpe, but you've decided to go to Calpe. Yeah, I like Calpe a lot. I must admit,
Yes, me
I do
too.
like it. Okay, and finally, it is your turn, please, Sylvia. Question number 14. Do you tend to set off early when you go on a trip?
What is to set off
Ooh,
in that
good question. Now,
mean?
do you tend is do you normally? Set off
Yes.
is to start a trip, like when you leave the house, when you begin your trip. So do you
Okay.
tend to set off early when you go on a trip?
Yes, I think so. I tend to set off early when I go on a trip because if I don't do that, I feel nervous. It's like I have to start the trip very early in the morning, and to prepare me
Yeah,
for
the
that trip.
same thing happens to me. I really like to go and take my time. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, yes.
You know, everyone does different things. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, what we're going to do is move on to the next task. The next task is a conversation task. We are going to discuss a conversation task. So, looking at the environment. So the question is, what are environmentally friendly ways of getting around your city and why? So which ways are eco-friendly, sustainable ways to get around your city, to move around your city? We have on foot, by car, by bike, by underground, or by bus. I would like you, please, to speak together. And in the end, you have to decide which of these is best for the environment. To do this, you need to interact. For example, Sylvia will begin. She will talk about the first option, maybe by car. Then Marcela and Santi also need to speak about this same option. Then one of you needs to suggest another option. For example, let's talk about by underground. And you all speak about the underground. Then you go to the next one and you all speak about the next one. You don't want it to sound like a monologue, okay? So, Sylvia, I would like you to begin. What are environmentally friendly ways of getting around your city and why?
Okay, so I think that the most environmentally friendly way to get around a city is on foot. The most environmentally friendly, of course, because it's healthy for you and you don't spend like any fuel from the world, from the environment, and you don't give nothing to our air, or we spend something getting
I agree.
around on food. But in the other way, in the other hand, walking or getting around on foot, you can only go to very near places.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you're a person who likes a lot to walk.
Now, you should always think of this type of interaction, like con español, la patata caliente. No quieres estar con la palabra en la boca más que 15 segundos y se lo pasas a alguien.
Okay.
No puedes interrumpir, pero simplemente es interactuar, ¿vale? Así que
Okay.
pregunta tal.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Silvia. What do you think, Marcela?
Yes, I agree with Sylvia. I think that on foot is the environmentally a way to getting around your city. But I am conscious that there are a lot of people who cannot go on foot everywhere because maybe they have problems in their body, and so they need to use the car. But I think that it is the best way, and even by bike, it is a good way to go around, getting around, and without I don't know, without injuring our environment. What do you think, Santi?
Okay, I get what you are saying, but on foot or by car, you can only go around by shorter distances. So maybe use the underground can be a good option if you have to go to to a place which is so far from you. So what do you think, Marcela?
I think so, but for example, not all the cities have an underground. For example, where I live, we don't have an underground. If I were in the city center, I sure use it. But I think that food or bike, you can use it everywhere. Even the buses as well. There are buses everywhere, but not underground. What do you think, Sylvia?
Yes, I agree with you because an underground is a possibility that only have some people. But the good point of this mean of transport is that allows many people to travel in the same time. So it's like the contamination is less more than if all of these people travel by car. So it's a very good point. It's a very good way to get around in a city that has this mean of transport. But I agree with you that talking about environmentally friendly way is better the bus.
Okay, right. And do you all agree on the best form of transport for the environment? Yes? No?
But
What?
Do you
Eh,
all agree that the bus is the best form of transport for the environment?
It depends where you live.
yes, of course.
But yes, I agree. I
If
think
if you are in a very big city, the underground is the best option. But in a small city that hasn't got a underground, is better the bus.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mhm.
Definitely.
in general, I think it's the bus.
Okay, thank you. Now, we're going to look at some discussion questions. I would like you to speak together about these questions. You want to speak for about 1 minute. So we are looking at 20 seconds each. You don't want to speak for too long, okay? So, Sandy, why will public transport be more commonplace in the future? Okay, you begin, Sandy, but I want you to speak together.
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, the public transport will be more commonplace because there will be less cars, because buy the gasoline to for is going to be very it isn't going to be cheap, so people will use public transport instead their cars. So what do you think, Sylvia?
Yes, I agree with you. And also another point is that in the cities, they are installing or applying more blue zones to park the car. So people probably will use the public transport instead of use their own car. What do you think, Marcela?
So I think that in general, people will travel less because we can do most of things from home. So I think that maybe the public transport would be using less as long as the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it's going to be necessary because of the population. The population is going to increase. Therefore, there will be more need for public transport. We will need fewer cars on the road because there will be too many people. Yeah. Okay. Next one. I would like Sylvia, you to begin this one. Can you see the Hyperloop taking off? Now, to take off is to be successful. So can you see the Hyperloop taking off?
Um, if I think that
Yeah, do you
taking
think so?
means
Just your
it
opinion. Yeah.
it means like be very commonplace.
No,
I
to
don't
be
think so.
successful. Yeah, do you think it will be
I,
successful?
but I think it would be successful because it would be a very innovative project. So in that way, it would be successful. But in the way of being a common mean of transport, I don't think the same. What do you think, Marcela?
I think so. I think that is a big idea. I could like that it could be true because it would permit us to travel everywhere. But I see it in the long future, not now.
In the distant future. We have in the
In
near
the
future, cercano, in the distant future. Yeah, be very careful with would like. So I would like it to be true because it's always would like the infinitive. We can't say would like that. We can't say want that. Okay? It's want or
so
would like infinitive. I would
so
like
I could
it
like
to be true.
it to be true. Thank you.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you. Now, Marcel, it's your turn to begin. Will flying cars become prevalent?
Yes, as I am the generation we grow up with the film Back to the Future, I could like it's become prevalent, but I think that there are good, better inventions like than flying cars because of it will be useful for less people in a car, and it is better, for example, a hyperloop.
Okay.
So
Do you guys agree? Sylvia, Santi, do you agree?
I agree with the idea that it flying cars are not going to be like the more useful thing for many people, but because it's very dangerous.
I don't
to
think they are going to become very prevalent. I don't think. I think it is a far-fetched idea. They
yes,
might
yes,
exist, but I don't think they are going to be.
yes.
In my opinion, are going to exist, but only as I don't know how to say
A
as
form of entertainment, maybe.
yes, as an entertainment and a very expensive entertainment. So
Yeah,
not
maybe
not
like space travel.
for a real use.
Yeah, only for wealthy people, only for
Yes.
affluent, rich people. Yeah, maybe it's possible. Okay, now, Santi, what means of transportation will cease to exist? So what types of transportation do you think will become obsolete?
My
Not exist?
opinion, in my opinion, is in any transportation will cease to exist permanently. Maybe are going to be rare, but nowadays there are people who are using horses, which is the most obsolete transportation method. So I think that, for example, cars will be very rare, but no, they won't cease to exist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because very few types of transport completely disappear, but they just don't become as popular. Do you agree, Sylvia?
Yes, I agree. Totally agree. Nothing disappear,
Yeah.
but of course, their use are going
Decrease?
to decrease. Yes.
Yeah, I would say so too. Okay, and what do you think, Marcela, about the issue?
I think I agree with Santi. All means of transportation will exist altogether, but anyone will disappear forever because
Yeah.
of there will be a place in the world that they maybe are people using something we don't know.
Huh?
So
Yeah, it's possible. Okay, final question. Sylvia, it's for you. What will be our priorities when it comes to transportation? We need to learn this phrase, everyone. When it comes to. It means with respect to, regarding, but it's more informal. So, what will be our priorities when it comes to transportation? The environment, speed, affordability, the price, the comfort. What do you think will be our priorities?
I think our priorities will be the use that we are going to give to that a means of transport, or the destination, or sorry, they are picking to my me están tocando el timbre. I have
Okay,
to answer,
ring the
sorry.
door. Okay.
Yes, sorry. Now I come.
Okay. So what do you think, Marcela?
It depends of the person. For example, for me, my priority when I go to work is to get there on time. So I choose the
Speed. Yeah.
the fastest. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I maybe go on holiday, maybe I prefer a more comfortable way to get a place than the time I
Yeah, that could
used
be
to
the
get
case.
there.
And what's your view, Santi, finally?
In my opinion, the priority will be the affordability, because if you sorry, if you can't afford the method of transportation, is you can't use it. So the priority will be the affordability. Maybe
Yeah.
the second is going to be the speed, but
Of course, if you can't pay for it, then
if
you're
you
not going
can't
to use
pay
it.
for it, the rest of the thing, you don't care about it.
Okay, and it's surprising that none of you have said the environment, but yeah, I think speed will definitely be a priority for most people. Fantastic. So we are looking at what we have learned. We have looked at the different uses of the future. You need to use the grammar book to review the different uses of the future and also review the different tenses, okay? I would like you to also think about how to maintain an effective conversation. You need to practice question formation. You need to practice asking and answering questions. The best way to interact is your ability to ask and answer questions. And we've also seen phrasal verbs related to this topic. Review phrasal verbs based on each topic, and you need to write sentences with them and say them out loud. You can practice phrasal verbs on our Instagram channel and also on the YouTube channel. There are videos to practice them there, okay? Here are my contact details. You already have them. If you have any questions, send me a WhatsApp whenever you need to, or an email, and we will discuss, okay? So, everyone, thank you very much. Thank you so much for attending, and I will see you next week, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
you.
thank you very much.
Thank you,
Okay,
Marc.
Have a nice weekend.
yeah, you too. See you later.
Nice
Bye.
weekend.
Bye.
Nice weekend.
Bye.